How'd you get the name Pee Wee?
Well, I was a premature baby, and my aunt, she was holding me in one hand, and she kind of just came up with the name Pee Wee, and it just stuck with me forever. So.
You like it?
Yeah, I love it. It feels good, you know, being this big and someone call you Pee Wee is like kind of funny. So.
How about changing numbers? What was behind that?
The reason I changed numbers was my cousin, real close to me, played football together through middle school, and he was a great player to me. And when we got to high school, he caught leukemia. He couldn't play anymore. So when he came back to high school, which was our senior year, he wore number 6. And I told him I was going to wear his number in college just to honor him, you know, because he couldn't take this path. So I just want to make sure that he know I'm thinking about him on the field. So.
This talk about your comeback from knee injury. How are you feeling? How important was it for you to kind of get some snaps in and get a game type feel in camp this year?
My knee actually feels great, and it helped a lot getting snaps in camp. Just getting the feel, the groove back of running, cutting, and just disengaging, making plays. So it really helped getting snaps in camp to make me feel comfortable.
What are the challenges of taking a new defensive scheme into the first game?
I can say it was a big challenge in the spring, but now with more players coming from spring here in camp, we know the plays. So it's not difficult. We just have to go out and execute. I mean, we know the plays. We just got to play hard and fight through a lot of stuff. So I don't think it's anything difficult with a new scheme.
Was it frustrating at all when a lot of chatter from the outside this past month, especially when Byron Coward shows up and so much is expected of him and people almost expect him to start immediately? How do you feel about that? I mean, you're a returning starter. You co-led the team in sacks, and kind of everybody's expecting you to kind of lose the job.
I mean, that comes with it. You know, he's #1 player in high school. And when he got here, one thing I told him, I was like, you know, it's not high school anymore. Even the coaches tell him, it's not high school anymore. I mean, it's college. He's a great player, good player. He's come along long ways from first day of camp. And I can see him, you know, making plays for us this year. And with the starting lineup, it changes. I mean, it depends on your effort and fight through the game or practice. So you never know who's going to start.
You said he's come a long way. What areas has he improved in the most?
His effort. When he came in, he was lacking effort, just running to the ball, just getting in shape. And I think now he understands like what we have to do in practice, and learning how to practice. And I think he's learned that, and his effort has like tremendously grown. So he's actually running to the ball now. There's no complaining, nothing. So yeah.
What are some of the things that you're teaching him?
Well, when I talk to him, I always talk to him about fighting, because that was one of his biggest issues, like fighting. Like when you get double teamed, you have to keep fighting. You can't give up. So I talk to him about hand placement, steps, and eyes, because especially with Louisville, they move the line a lot, trade and G schemes and all that. So we work on that, and I'll just make sure he know what he's doing on the field.
When you're out there, are you out there with the Rabbits? And if you are you back inside at tackle at that point, or are you still off the edge?
I'll be at tackle. I'll be working inside at 3 technique.
Talk about the.
I was gonna say, so is that like you, Carl? Is that Byron and Jeff, or Mon, or who's kind of in that group? With
I'm actually not on the starting Rabbits. It's actually Dontavis, Montravis, Carl, and Rashid King. I think it's a great group, pass rushing.
So Rashid kind of takes your spot in that situation.
Yes, sir.
Talk about what you guys are doing on the defensive front this year, how it's different from last year, and what do you think about it?
It's very different from last year, just by understanding the call that you get, which hash you on, just depending on the back, tight end, everything. I mean, it helps us. I feel like it helps us a lot, because it makes us grow as a defensive line unit, because we have to talk to each other. And last year, we really didn't have that communication. And I think this year is going to be big for us communicating.
I want to tell you, you've been around Devereaux a lot. How much have you seen him grow as a football player last year?
And, he's grown a lot, especially from last year. He's very immature. Now he's grown to understand, you know, Coach G's needs and the team needs. Like, we need him. We can't have him on the bench this year. Can't have him making immature mistakes. So I think as far as growing, he's grown up a lot this year, especially from last year.
We've heard a lot of people talk about how athletic he is, how physical he is. You've seen him more than anybody.
Yeah.
Is he crazy athletic?
Yeah, he's a freak. To me, he's a freak. I mean, his body isn't made for speed, but he has speed, and he's real strong. I just feel like he's a good player.
You said you were one of the guys who really knows his backstory, his whole life story. Just what did that mean to you when you first heard that? What were you thinking when you first heard that whole ordeal and everything he's been through?
It's tough because, I mean, he went through a lot, and especially when we got the GMC, he was a walk-on, and he actually earned the scholarship there. He had a tough road. I mean, he tell me everything, you know. But I just, like I said, I feel like he's grown a lot and really doesn't let things get to him anymore. So.
The way your season ended last year, what's going to be going through your head when you step on the field this Saturday?
It was tough. I think this Saturday I just have to understand that I'm comfortable. Just have to keep confidence in myself and not think about the injury. That's the biggest thing.
About the kind of a left field question here, but I know the cost of attendance was coming up, and I think you guys are supposed to be getting those cost of attendance checks very soon, either today or sometime this week. Just how does that kind of change your life? How does that impact you getting a couple extra dollars each month?
It really doesn't change anything. I mean, it's just money. I mean, we're here to play football, you know, education. We really don't even bother feed into that.
What are the biggest challenges that Louisville presents for you guys?
I think as far as nothing really. I mean, we worked on a lot. We worked on everything they work on. So I think biggest thing for us now is just going out and play, executing.
What are you looking forward to the most about playing in the Georgia Dome?
I'm looking forward to winning because last time I played there, we won. I was in high school championship game, and we won. So I'm looking forward to winning.